Circuit Demon. Once again, you know me. But I wanted to show you guys where we're at today. So we ended up being a vendor at this year's IMSA race at Watkins Glen. As you know, all of us are big race fans here at Circuit Demon. We love coming on the track. So we figured why not mix it together. So we're showing customers our products. Let's go check out the booth. All right, so we got the GR Corolla. You know it, I know it, we all love it. People have been reacting pretty positively to it. A lot of the teams here they have technicians from overseas, like Europe. They don't get the car there. So a lot of like Italian speaking folks have been coming over, checking it out, comparing it to the Yaris they have back home. We got Jordan Subaru. I don't know if many of you guys have seen this. We're at Wicked Big Meat. This was at the booth. It's at most of our booths. We're gonna do probably do another video, like an in-depth build of this. I know Jordan wants to take it to the track to a couple events. So I think it'd be really fun to just kind of show you guys what he's done to it, as well as what are some of the other things he has to get ready for track time. Right, Jordan? You're excited. As normal, at all of our shows that we do, we have a luscious spread of merchandise that people check out. T-shirts. Got Ben back there. Ryan's chomping away on some breakfast meat. Then yeah, the big thing is obviously with this event, it's a lot different than the ones we normally do. We normally do mostly Subaru events. A lot of people have heard of us. They know what we do. With this event, it's a little different. Some people haven't even thought about headlight modification or never heard of it before. So a lot of it is just we're kind of mixing product, just showing people what we do, what it does, improving light output, improving the looks of the car, and just showing a variety of product we can do to make that happen. So let's take a quick peek at our neighbors here, Boosted Creations. We are sharing our booth space with them. They brought us some really gnarly cars, so let's keep those two. So we have this really cool living room setup with them, with the couches and their cars. So this is Matt's R8 twin turbo. He actually CAD designed and fabricated all the stuff in-house at Boosted Creations. So the water to air, air to water, intercoolers, twin turbo setup. I'm sure Jordan will get some beautiful shots of that. So this one makes Jordan salivate in the pants. We got this GT3, very cool, just clean, BBS setup, cage in the back, and then a CAE shifter. I think there's some other stuff done to this, but I think they had a lot more done and kind of dialed it back a little bit. So really cool car, very clean. I'm happy to have it out here and all these cool cars. So we're gonna take you guys on a little tour, just some other shots of what's going on here, different stuff in the paddock, different stuff on the track. If you were able to make it out, I hope you stopped by and said what's up. If you didn't, all the stuff you saw in the video, you can still access through us. So click the link below, check that out. Also, we have some new merch coming out, hats, very proud of that. Big hat guy, if you haven't noticed in the videos. So like we said, we're gonna take you on a little bit of an adventure here. I figure what might be kind of cool is just to show you guys what to expect if you were to come to your first race event. So IMSA is really cool. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of OE manufacturers. The paddocks are open to anyone to go check out, which is very cool. You could steal some crashed parts if any cars crash, which a lot of the guys have been doing this weekend. I'll just show you kind of with Watkins Glen here, where you're coming in, where you're going. But pretty much I'm gonna take you guys the first time I ever came in here, which is through the pedestrian bridge at gate 5. It's really cool. You kind of come in over this small hill and you don't really see much of the track, but it's right at the beginning of the front straight. So a lot of noise, a lot of adrenaline, kind of like you're starting to smell smells and hear things. You go over the bridge, which is totally covered. You can't see anything. And then as you come out, you really get to see the cars go through the final turn and then gun it through. So it's really cool. From there, we're gonna go see the vendor village, which is where we are, the other manufacturers. We'll probably go to the bus stop, which is the end of the back straight. It's the fastest point of the racetrack. Kind of see some cars go through the turn. And then we'll probably stop by the Jackie Stewart Grandstand. You get like a good view of a few of the final turns. It's just a cool place to be. So yeah, we're gonna go just check out those key choice spots and show you guys what else you can expect here. This is where you first walk in. You really can't see much because the fence here is pretty high. It's almost like a little bit of a mystery, kind of what you're walking into for your first time. So let's go across the bridge here. The whole thing is ramped, which is awesome. I know in the, we went up to Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve last weekend for the F1 race, and there was no ramps for the bridges. It was just all stairs. 2 kids with me wasn't very fun. Cool, so this is the bridge here, totally covered so you can't see any of the cars, which is by design. They don't want you just standing in the way of everyone. Once you get over here, you're gonna go ahead and let your stroller go. Like yesterday we came in, I think it was Friday, and it was the Spec Miata racing, and it was just like so loud. But this is what you walk out to, is the final turn and the beginning of the front straight. So rumble strips on the outside, cars are usually hitting those. So it's just, like I said, a lot of smells, a lot of sounds, and just gets you excited. So typically Honda or Acura are at this spot. This year we got Lamborghini, which is very cool. They have this gigantic hospitality suite. The first 2 booths are gonna be Boosted Creations and us, which is cool. Ben and Ryan holding it down. Everyone's, like I said, it's pretty cool to see everyone. A lot of like supercars here, a lot of like higher end stuff, but everyone's really digging the tuner cars we brought. So other manufacturers we have, we're gonna have Cadillac, Lexus, Hyundai. All those cars are racing in different spec series this weekend, but they have all their new cars on lineup. They do like a lot of different giveaway stuff. Chevy, I think, has like sims. I think they did last year. And then one of the other vendors has like a pit stop challenge to see if you can change a tire in a certain amount of time. So there's a bunch of stuff to do. If you're into that, they give out like a ton of free stuff, free shirts, free backpacks, free swag. You can also buy stuff. Cool, so we're about to enter the paddock area. A lot of stuff going on, watch out behind you. A lot of people gathering as the cars start to come out onto the track. We actually have one right here. Let's step out of the way real quick. Today is just a 6-hour race for the IMSA WeatherTech Championship. There's a couple different cars, there's different prototype classes as well as like regular road going cars you would see, obviously heavily modified. Cool, so this is pretty much, there's a few different rows of these, but it's all the different toters and then temporary garages for all the different teams. So as you can see here, they just put a lot of the trucks together. Some of the teams will have 2 cars, some will have just 1. It's really cool to see like everyone work, everything kind of go up. And everything goes up and down within a couple of days. I think it's like Thursday till today. But yeah, you'll see if the cars, when they come in from doing their track time, they bring them right in here, tear them apart. You can go pretty much right up to the line just to watch everyone working on the cars. There was an incident with one of the cars. They take them apart right in front of you. There's no hiding anything. And then, like I said, a big thing, like a lot of people will try to go home with souvenirs of the cars. So yesterday there was a couple of cars that had a few incidents on track. They'll rip off the body pieces or any of the functional parts that aren't repairable, mendable, and just dump them right out front. So there's just a pile of stuff that you can grab. I saw people walking by with like wheels, people walking by with suspension, people walking by with like full rear wings. They know people like to bring something home from this stuff, and all the teams are super cool with it. Yeah, so right over here you see the guy working on the rear end of the Ferrari, trying to take some of the aero pieces or modify it or make it work. So there's a lot of damage that happens on track, even just from like normal rubbing racing. Rear end of the car here, which is pretty sweet. It's another Ferrari challenge car. So yeah, most of those guys, funny enough, are like from Italy. They just like manufacturer sends them over, so kind of cool. The cars are all in the pit lane. So any of the teams that forgot stuff or trying to bring stuff, you can see over here, trying to bring some stuff to the pit lane in order to either change on the car or switch out. It's like some cooling parts on that car. So in the meantime, while all the teams are busy, you can really just go in and just grab whatever you want. Yeah, you just gotta be like really fast. So you guys see here on the front lip of this Super Trofeo Lamborghini car, there's actually wood. So it looks kind of weird and you might not expect to see that there. The carbon fiber is foam core, but there is wood actually bolted on the outside. The reason for that is they know the cars are going to scrape there. So instead of using some more exotic material that's more expensive or a material that's going to leave debris on the track that could cut tires or have other issues with the cars, they just use wood and they replace it as they wear through it. We actually have one of these front lips. One of the guys at the Boosted Creations booth found one. They were from a wrecked car, so I can actually show you what that looks like underneath. It's pretty cool. It's like all worn down foam core. Cool, so this is actually the new Porsche GT4, the electric version. I don't actually know exactly what they call the model, but based off the Cayman, we heard this out on the track earlier. It sounds wild, like it sounds like all the Pikes Peak electric vehicle, the other event vehicles you see. It's very fast. Enjoying the views up here. Well, you guys will be up here in a second, but the grandstands go pretty high. I can see pretty much the entire area that we just walked, as well as all the way down to the top of the boot. Cool, so yeah, you can see pretty much all the way to the end of the carousel as they start to go down towards the boot. This is the NASCAR track, the straight part. They don't use the boot area. They just go straight across here. And then they go into this sweeping turn and then the final turn over there. And then on top of that, like I said, you can see all the vendor area, all the paddock area, pretty much all the action. A lot of the camping too, you can see over here. So yeah, a bit of a cloudy day, but when it's not, it's really pretty down here as well. So like we were talking about, a lot of the teams give away old crash parts. So somebody snagged a pretty sweet bumper here. So he's got something to show his friends and hang on the wall when he gets home. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff like that. Like I said, the wheels are really cool. You get like a whole wheel, make a little table out of something like that, but pretty neat.